Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. This narcissist that was involved in your life, they picked you. They had a wide range of targets available at the time, but they chose to pick you. They picked you because of your levels of empathy. They picked you because of your character traits, your personality traits. They picked you precisely for a reason. They wanted to make you their primary target of supply. Now, you may have just been through an unfortunate discard or a reverse discard, or perhaps you even cut them off because they become too toxic. But what you need to know is this narcissist that was involved in your life looked at you as an opportunity. They looked at you as someone that will fulfill all of their needs. This is how they viewed you, right? This is why they picked you. They picked you for a role, for a job, to fulfill all of their needs. This is why they picked you. It's not by chance. This narcissist that was involved in your life used their manipulation tactics, used the mask upon early interactions between you and them to portray that there's something that they're not, right? So you can't blame yourself. You was up against someone who was pretending to be something they're not. So therefore, they have access to your world and you fulfill their needs, right? You need to know that you were picked, precisely picked from a bunch of people. They had other targets available. There were other targets on their radar, but they decided to pick you. Now, I'm not telling you this so you feel flattered. You probably wouldn't feel flattered, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying this so you feel flattered by the narcissist. So you feel like, oh, the narcissist picked you amongst a whole load of people and you're the best. And I'm not saying that, right? But an unawakened empath is the prize for a narcissist that's involved in your life, an unawakened empath. Because they know they can coerce you and manipulate you, and you will supply a potent supply. You see, the thing is now, you know, if you've been through this discard, you've been through this reverse discard, or you cut them off because they become too toxic, however it ended. Ultimately, they know now that you're awakened. They know in their hearts of hearts that they won't be able to get that supply source from you again. And they use their feelers, you know, their temperament checkers or hoovers, however you want to call them. The narcissist involved in your life will use these hoovers to gauge whether you're still on board with what they want for your life. And dependent upon your reaction, they gauge it. They gauge to see whether you're still, you know, worthy to be offering that fulfillment to their lives like you once did, right? See, the narcissist that's involved in your life won't forget about you. For however the period of time lasted, you was supplying a potent supply to this narcissist involved in your life. Through the havoc, through the chaos, they loved it all. You know, I heard somewhere that narcissists even love negative energy more than they love positive energy. I don't know how true it is, but it makes sense that they actually like chaos, they like confusion, they like craziness, they like destruction. It makes sense because they love to inflict that into people's worlds. But you need to know that they chose you for these reasons. right? Because you are unawakened, because they looked to you as an opportunity more than they gauged compared to other supply sources that were available at the time. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help me out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But look, the way that this proceeds from now onwards, right, is if you get back up in the cycle of the relationship with the narcissist involved in your life, because there will be opportunities too. They will reach out with hoovers. If you haven't had a hoover yet, they will reach out with a hoover. And, you know, if they haven't reached out with a hoover, then it's most likely they've spied on your social media, or they've done some stalking, or they've done something of that nature, right? It's highly likely they've done that because that's what they do, right? But I want you to be the person where the person who you become now, you won't be an ideal fit for the narcissist involved in your life, because you'll no longer put up with manipulation. You'll no longer put up with the gaslighting, the devaluation. You'll no longer put up with any of those things. So the narcissist goes on with their life, tries to find new supplies. Like you've heard me say many times before, they've become accustomed to the supply source that you gave. They find it a struggle. They find it hard to replace the chosen one, to replace the empath. But ultimately, they're in a conundrum. They know that even if they started affiliating with you again, you're not going to be in that servitude to them, right? You're not going to be in servitude to them, bowing down to all of their desire, all their wants and needs. You're not going to do that anymore because you've grown from that, right? And the only reason that you did is not because you're a walkover. The only reason that you helped them in this way or supported them in this way is because you believed the mask. That's the only reason, right? If they didn't operate with a mask, you'd be able to detect they're a phony, they're a fake, they're a snake in an instant. But they operate with the mask to put you under false pretenses and false security that they've actually got good interests, good intentions towards you. That's what the mask does. It gives you a false security that this person's actually true, honest, loyal, loving, kind, empathetic, genuine, pure. That's how they masquerade themselves with this artificial light, like they are the same as you. This is the reason you got caught up in the dynamics. So it's not your fault, right? It's not your fault. But it's not easy for a narcissist to keep up that facade day in and day out. And that's why you must have seen chinks in the mask, moments of unmasking. You saw the true nature of the beast, the true reality of the creature that they are come out, because they struggle to maintain the mask, keeping it in place. They struggle with this, right? So what you need to realize is this opportunity that narcissist had, that was involved in your life, the opportunity that this narcissist involved in your life had to actually discover someone like you, pick someone like you, tame someone like you, manipulate someone like you into their lives. They ain't going to find this elsewhere, right? They're not going to find this elsewhere. They're going to struggle to find this elsewhere, right? And this is why you can't believe none of the BS they tell you at the end of a relationship if you were discarded or reverse discarded, for instance, where they tell you you're worthless, they devalue you, or they tell you you're nothing, or they tell you, or they triangulate you and tell you someone else is better than you. You can't believe none of this stuff, right? This narcissist knows in their heart of hearts. They may have a very black heart, but they know, right, that you were that grade A supplier that they picked. And they're absolutely pissed and infuriated now that you're no longer on board with what they want for your life. You're no longer on board, right? And they know they can't get that from you anymore. So please, if you experience a hoover, you're experiencing them circulating back around towards you, of trying to affiliate with you again, make sure you show them the door, you door slam, bolt and weld it shut, and leave them with the void and the absence of losing the chosen one and empath, because it's the only way they actually learn their lesson. It's the only way they're actually going to learn, right? And it's not like they'll learn enough to change, but they'll learn their lesson, right? And you can leave them wandering, trying to find and court a new supplier that's at your level, which they won't find. All this comes down to self-love, knowing your true worth. I know that's been taken from you from being involved with this narcissist in your life. They tried to take that away from you, your self-worth, your self-love. But honestly, if you break it down to what it really is, to why this narcissist picked you in the beginning, you'll clearly know all of your worth and all of your value. Not that I'm saying gauge it upon because the narcissist that was involved in your life was interested in you. I'm saying that you had all of these positive qualities. You were a perfect target for the narcissist. Remember, they view you as property. They view you as a target. They view you as an opportunity. They don't view you like a person. So in the narcissist's mind, you were that prize opportunity, that prize person that has all of the attributes that will fulfill them in every which way. That's what they viewed you as. And that's never going to change. Regardless of what's happened, regardless of how it ended, they always know in their heart of hearts that you are that person that has exactly what it is they want. But they now know that you've woke up, that you've moved on, that you've grown, that you've ascended, and it's not possible for them to get that back. And they will know this based upon your reaction to a hoover, based upon your reaction to them stalking you, based upon your reaction. This is if you were discarded, for example, or even if you cut them off because they become too toxic, or a reverse discard. You know, they will know that you're no longer interested in them. You're no longer going to succumb to the dynamics that they tried to entrap you in. They're going to be aware of that now, right? By the way that you portray yourself now in life, right? So don't be of the people that end up in the cycle again. If you have ended up in a cycle again, don't shoot yourself down. You know, it happens, but you need to make that final break, you know? You need to have that final no more, right? Regardless if you were discarded, reverse discarded, or cut them off because they become too toxic, it's always the chosen one, an empath, that has the final discard. And the final discard occurs when you realize in your spirit, in your mind, in your soul, that this person is not worthy to be around your presence. That's when the final discard happens. You door slam them. Hoovers won't get through. Their attempts at trying to affiliate with you again won't work. This is ultimately when they know they lost you for good. And all they're going to have is that memory of you in the initial stages, at the beginning and throughout the course of the relationship, where you were in absolute servitude and they was actually being able to gain all of their needs from you. Now they're struggling. Where they go, they'll struggle. They won't find someone that can fulfill their needs the same way that you did. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. If you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, a spiritual channel. Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.